Hey, Shalom Markins, Rakam Akapash from GMS London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem Chachwadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, preaching truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. I got this article here from X. Poster is Chief Nerd, right? And yeah, basically there's more pestilence on the way, plagues and pestilences. Okay, that's you know. And we would know it's gonna happen eventually, but you know, we got out, we got missing viruses from our lab, right? They just up and walked away, supposedly, right? But let me read this. This is hundreds of deadly virus samples have vanished from an Australian lab in a major breach of biosecurity, and this is the same old familiar narrative that you hear. Oh yeah, some viruses escaped from a lab. It's like, how? And like, if it was a person, it's like, well this is the thing. It has to be somebody, right? No one ever gets caught. So you ain't got security cameras and all kind of shit going on. This is just weird shit. Like this doesn't. How could it happen? But anyway, we all know, right? We all know. Without saying too much, right? But anyway, yeah. So major breach of biosecurity in an Australian lab. It says yesterday, Queensland Health Minister Tim Nicholls has announced that 323 vials of live viruses are now unaccounted for. Just lost them, just negligence, just negligence. These include nearly 100 vials of Hendra virus, two vials of hantavirus, and 223 vials of Lissa virus, all of which are extremely deadly for humans. Okay, so why are you holding this shit for? Why are they in the lab? What are you doing? What are you doing in these laboratories that you got these next kind of viruses that are just deadly to humans? Like why have you got a lab for them? Why you got so many samples? Anyway, there's so much questions in it, but you're never gonna find out all these answers, which is never gonna happen. Right, but the main point is though that they're on the loose somewhere. They're out there somewhere, ready for a time. Okay, ready for an appointed time, right, to be used. Because if someone did steal them, well, obviously they're gonna want them for something, right? Anyway, and so this is from the Daily Mail. This guy in the left hand corner is like a villain, like he like one of those James Bond villains or some shit. But it says, this is from the Daily Mail. Hundreds of vials of deadly viruses have gone missing from a laboratory, and scientists warn they could be weaponized. So they're kind of prepping you in the mind, already that this could be a problem, right? They're really getting you ready that this could be a problem, right? And I hope it is. I hope it is, right? Because we know Esau's got plans. Okay, we he always talking about disease X and all these kind of things. It's like, yeah, we don't know what it is, but we know it's gonna happen at some point. When he's the one, pulling strings and doing all kind of stuff like, losing shit, supposedly, right? Just losing things at our labs, the CDC, and just losing shit like, oh yeah, well, we let some genetically modified mosquitoes escape the lab or some shit. You know what I mean? It's just crazy talk, crazy stupid shit. Right, but that's just negligence. Nothing nefarious. It's just negligence. Esau's just an idiot, right? Esau's not an idiot. And although he likes to play that role sometimes, he ain't an idiot, right? He plotting, he's scheming, right? So let me open up with this. It's 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his device. We're not ignorant to what he wants to do and how he plans to go about doing that. He'll make these things look like accidents. Accidents. That's a new one. Accidents, right? He'll make them look like accidents, right? But they ain't really, So yeah, we're not stupid. Okay, he ain't stupid and we ain't stupid. The mass public, they're the ones that they're fooling, they're pulling the wool over their eyes, In Psalm 64 verse 5, it says here, let me get from verse 2, right? It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, right? These are all discussions that have had, been had, right? And then someone's had to execute on the plan, and and so these viruses and vials, they just disappear, unaccounted for, just randomly, all of a sudden, no footage, no camera footage on how that happened, or it should be especially some super secure place, right? It's got fucking deadly ass viruses. It should be fucking secure, right? It should have cameras and all kinds of shit, But no, there's none of that going on. It's just vanish without a trace. Okay, and we're supposed to believe that. So yeah, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, the elites, right, and what their intentions are, right, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly they do shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. This is one hell of an evil matter, man. Actually we went through, the pandemic not too long ago, right? That was a doozy, right, for the people, right? And I don't know nothing about these viruses yet. I haven't actually looked them up yet. But they're saying they're deadly to humans. How quick and can they spread and all this kind of stuff? I don't know nothing about that yet. But who knows? We might find out about this in sooner than we think. Who knows? But yeah, that's an evil ass plan, right? It says they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Like who can see through this? Who can see? Who's gonna see that we planned this? Like, nah, we'll just say they escaped. They went missing. No one will know. No one will think that we're behind it or doing anything. You know what I mean? Shit's comical, man. So they search. Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. Okay, so like I said, there's things afoot, and all this supposed negligence or idiocy, man. It's all just a front, right? That shit just can't. It can't just disappear from a lab. It just can't disappear. Oh, I'll put it in the wrong locker or some shit. You know what I mean? That's not what's going on here. They just misplaced it. No, they didn't misplace it. Someone took it out of the lab. The cameras were off. Whatever the case may be, however it was done, it was done on purpose, right? Obviously, and we may see, the outcome of these walkabout viruses or whatever. They're just leaving, growing legs and just leaving the lab of their own volition. So yeah, that's what these men are doing. But ultimately, right, it's the Most High preparing plagues and pestilences for the earth. All right, and so I want to go in this direction now, right, from Joel 33 verse verse 15. So in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, in slumberings upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men and seeth their instruction, right? The Most High is the one only pulling the strings of the elites, right? So all these ideas and schemes that come into their minds, only the Heavenly Father is giving them to them on the left hand side. All right. That's why he has Esau with all these fucking labs and doing all this fucking stupid crazy shit. Because Esau sees that as one of his swords, essentially, one of his instruments of war. Right, that's why he has a bio lab full of this crazy ass shit, right? And every now and again, shit goes missing, right? But it's the Most High ultimately moving them to do these things, right? To bring about plagues and pestilences on the earth, right? So whether they're man-made in some degree, which all Esau's doing is manipulating things that exist in the earth already. But whether they're genetically engineered or whatever the case may be, the Most High is still the one behind it. Okay, he's still the one, sending the plagues and the pestilences. All right. This is Proverbs 20 verse 24. It says, a man's going of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? the elites don't really understand what they're doing. They think they have their own motives and ideas and whatever, that, like they're original, but they ain't. The Most High wants them to do these things because mostly Most High wants to give them a severe ass kicking, ultimately, right, for all this wickedness that they've been doing, right? But also to use Esau to judge the world, man, to bring about wrath and evil against the wicked, including themselves, right? But encompassing all nations, all heathen, even the wicked of our people, right? Mosai is using Esau as his sword, right? The scripture says that, right? Let me find that. Wicked sword. Yeah, Psalm 17 and 13 here. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked." Okay, the wicked is Esau ultimately, because he is the wicked. He's the one in power. He's the one with give him the sword as a blessing, the great sword, as is written in Revelation chapter 6, that red horse, right? Given a great sword, right? Ways to create death and violence upon the earth, right? To take peace from the earth, as it says, right? So yeah, it says, "Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword," right? The Most High is using Esau, Edom, to bring wrath and evil upon the earth, right? So that's what they're doing. That's what they're here for. That's what they're doing, right? That's his purpose. Okay. This is Proverbs 21 verse 1. So the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Right. So the Most High is in control of all these goons, right, on the left hand side and the right hand side. Most High is in control of everybody. All right. Every way of a man is right in his own lines, but the Lord pondereth the hearts. Right. But so yeah, ultimately the Most High is the one that is controlling these elites to do what they do. Right, to set them on the course that they're on. They don't understand it themselves. They think their course is going to lead them to a new world order for themselves where they can rule forever. That's what they believe. But the Most High has got them doing it for their own destruction. Right, they're just being used to bring judgment against the people, the wicked, right, the heathens and such, right. Let me grab this. This is Matthew 24 verse 7. Right, because this is all part of an end time prophecy. All these plagues and pestilences. There's no coincidence that these things are just, leaving labs and stuff, man. It's not a coincidence that we had a pandemic not too long ago. These things are not coincidences. These are just signs, part of the signs of the end. Right. So let me read this from Matthew 24, verse 3. "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, the Christ, right, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places." Right, so I'm going to highlight pestilences, right, because that's what we're talking about right now. I can't even do that. Right, but we're going to highlight pestilences, right, because this is what this is, right. This is nothing but a pestilence that's going to be upon the earth, right. It's going to affect people if if this is what it's going to be, if it gets if it spreads, right, if it gets out, right, it's already out, right, if it gets used, right, because they're making it sound like someone walked out with it, right. It can be used, it can be weaponized, right. It was always meant to be weaponized. You men are jokers. Like that's not why it was there in the first place. Like, why is it there then? Why are you playing around with viruses that are deadly to humans? Like, oh, well, we're doing it for medical science. We're trying to heal cancer or some shit. You know what I mean? There's some bullshit at that answer. Why they're doing these things? Remember Fauci and the gain of function. No, we're not doing no gain of function stuff. That's exactly what he was doing. Making it more deadly or making it more crazy or more contagious. Like, why are you doing these things? Esau, what is wrong with you? I mean, we know, but it's just like, whoa, man, chill. But yeah, that was its purpose. This is why you're working on this shit anyway. You know? And Esau, man, anything Esau can weaponize, he'll weaponize it, man. The guy weaponizing food and water. You know what I'm saying? He's just a devil. You can't let a devil have these types of things or be running these types of programs, and it's just it's lunacy, right? It's crazy ass shit. So yeah, pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places, and so we're gonna be in a time where we're just getting hit with plagues and pestilences, and like I said, we just come out of one. But like I said, these are all things that are supposed to be happening. Okay, so there's no surprise that things like this article is happening and taking place, because it's being prepped, it's being readied. They always, like I said, they always keep talking about disease X and all this kind of stuff. So hey, it's just part of the end times, man. That's what we're to expect. All right, but only the Most High is in control of it all. Okay, bringing judgment upon the earth. So this is from 2 Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to read from verse 5 here. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world." Right? Again, the plagues, the pestilences, same difference. It's just judgment the Most High is bringing. "The sword, famine, death, and destruction." Right? That's what the Lord is bringing upon the earth in this time. "For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." Right? So it's a judgment against the world, against the people. Right? The Most High doesn't love everybody, right? So therefore, he's going to bring nasty ass plagues and pestilences upon people and have them suffer. All right. "Therefore saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves." Right? All this wickedness is getting out of control. "Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me," that's the elect, right? "And the souls of the just complain continually." Okay, we're continue complaining about this place and how wicked it is, man, and how it needs to be destroyed. Right? So news like this is good, because hey, that plague and these pestilences, that they're gonna help destroy the planet, destroy the people, right? For their wickedness. Okay, we're not concerned, we're not worried about it, just like we wasn't worried during the pandemic before. Wasn't concerned. Everybody else was losing their shit. But we wasn't concerned, man. These are just things that we expect to happen. Okay, if we happen to survive these things, then fine, innit? We'll go through into the next one. If the Lord wants to take us home, He'll take us home. But it's regardless, we just want to get out of here. We just want to see this place be destroyed. Okay, so we need all these judgments to come forth. Okay. So yeah, the souls of the just complain continually, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right, which represents our captivity beginning with America. Okay, but all the Esau's kingdom is going to be destroyed. It's going to be taken down. Okay, these are global events that are going to take place upon the earth, right? "But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and smite Egypt with plagues as before." Right? So we know what happened in the land of Egypt, and the plagues the Most High sent upon that land to terrorize and to torment and to destroy Egypt and the people. Right? And so the Lord's going to do these things again. Okay. This is and will destroy all the land thereof. "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with a plague and punishment that God shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through blasting and hail and with a fearful constellation." Right. So even the bad weather is a plague and a pestilence in Esau's kingdom. The Most High is bringing upon it to destroy their crops and so on and so forth. And this is why there's going to be, part of the reason why there's going to be food shortages, right? Famines, right? And Lord is messing up with your produce, and also he's getting Esau to take out different providers, farmers and that kind of stuff, and basically running farmers into the dirt, having them destroy. I remember back in the pandemic, they were destroying cattle and kind of shit, buying up land, so telling people not to grow nothing and all kinds of shit. So the Most High is working like a multifaceted plan, and which is going to create this famine. It says, woe to the world, and them that dwell therein. right? Destruction to the world and them that dwell therein, right? And that's what I wanted to get at. That's the bulk of what, we're going into right now. Okay. So all these things are plagues and pestilences the Most High is sending upon the planet. Okay, to, like I said, to terrorize the people, to bring them low, to destroy them, to judge them. Okay. We're going to close up with this. 2 Ezra chapter 16 verse 1 says, Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. And this is what we keep telling you, man. This is the end. This is the end of Esau's kingdom. Okay, this whole place is going to be destroyed. Right? It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? Right? Judgment, death, and destruction is being sent. A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? Okay? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? Right, so this is all prophecy. These things are gonna happen. Okay, might not be this one in particular. I'm not saying this is what it's gonna be, but something along the lines of these sort of things is gonna be happening, right? And plague the earth. Okay. And like I said, all these elites, they know it because, like I said, they're actively involved. All right. And they keep warning us about it, preparing our minds, and they're going to have to do some harsh things and some crazy things in that time because it's going to be so terrible. We're going to have to, restrict ourselves and, do all kinds of crazy shit, just like we did during the pandy and, with the 6 meters and all this kind of business and curfews and hand washing, face masks and jib jabs and all kinds of shit, right? You're going to have to do things, right? Because they're going to put restrictions on us or whatever, or try to, or whatever the case may be. But basically, it's just going to cause chaos and turmoil, right? And they're going to have reasons to, come down with harsh measures, But that's to say, Revelation 12 and 12, the devil cometh with great wrath because you have but a short time. So, he's going to use these situations and, to take advantage of them. It's like they say that they never let a good crisis go to waste, right? So this definitely would qualify. Where is I? Verse 10. He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof. The sea riseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also, before the Lord and before the glory of his power. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world, right? The ends of the world. Ain't Papua New Guinea, ain't Papua New Guinea, right? But yeah, America is only going to be the target of the Most High's wrath ultimately, right? That's why that place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. But in general, the plagues and pestilences are going to be affecting everybody on the planet. But America's got a heavy plague, which is the missiles, set against it, right? So America is going to be destroyed with that. Okay. This is verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. Right. So they're gonna be done. The word of the Lord goeth out not void. I think that's how it goes. Right. The word of Most High doesn't return unto him void. All right. So it's gonna accomplish, that he pleases, as it says, right? So it's gonna happen, and it is happening. We just need to get to the final last acts of this place, right, before it's destroyed. All right, but these people are going to experience and suffer these things. Okay. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again. All right. Woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? Right, because it's gonna be like it's a very chaotic time. Okay, pursuant to Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. All right. I want to read on a little bit more. Right, it says woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges, right? And we saw that during the last pandemic, right? Everyone was getting locked in, and people were scared, people were dropping dead, and all this kind of business. But then as soon as the the restrictions were lifted up and that, because you went straight back into doing wickedness. All the food shortages and that, now it's not so bad. I mean, you can get what you want pretty much. Maybe except for a few things, but generally if things kind of back to normalish, I would say. So people just take shit for granted. Went back to doing what they were doing before. So they're not being mindful of the scourges. They're not putting two and two together. And that this is not just a random plague or something that came about. This is all signs of the end, right? And that really you should be getting looking to get right with the Heavenly Fathers, because it's shit only gonna get worse, and there's gonna be a next one, and you ain't gonna be protected in that time, man, because you've been stuck on stupid, doing wickedness, Yeah, so you won't be mindful of the scourges. Verse 21 says, behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, right? We had inflation through all that shit. Prices of shit were going up, right? But things are coming back down a bit. Things are not back to where they were, but they come down a bit. Gas and energy prices, they fucking skyrocketed. They come back down a bit. Still not back to how they were, but you see what I'm saying? I think people just like, oh, well, it's not so bad now. It's, things are, we're all right now. Inflation's coming down, and all this shit, but you're still getting pushed further and further to the brink. It doesn't recede, and things really don't go back to how they were. All this new normal talk. Going back to normal. No, the goalpost for normal is always being moved, right? And you're being acclimatized to that condition, but everyone's getting being pushed closer to the brink of collapse. It's just what these elite are doing. Bringing this place to the brink of collapse. All right. So you think things are okay, but it's not really okay. So again, behold, victuals shall be sold good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Everything's fine. And even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion, right? So these events are only going to increase and become more intense. Okay, and you're going to suffer more and more each time. So for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Right? So like I said, some of you think you're good, that you got enough money or whatever, so you think you're famine proof. But whoever's famine proof, well, the sword can come for you. Is Lord, you don't think you can box with the Lord. You think you got solutions. No, I'm also got solutions for you. He bought a whole stack of food, tins and shit. He got a bit of money. He got a cellar or whatever. He's stacking up food and shit. No, the sword can come for you. Maybe you won't die of famine, but the sword gonna come for you. No one's off the table, man. For the Heavenly Father, ain't no one too hard to get got. Most High has ways. All right. So don't think don't have feel you have comfort or comforted that the fact you got money or you got this or you got that. The Most High, if He wants to take you out, He will. Right. So and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. Right. So there's gonna be a lot of death, man. And like I said, these plagues and stuff, man, they're gonna play their part, man. Not only is these all gonna be rolling around, strapped up, but you're gonna have these types of things going on. Okay, that's gonna reduce. Well, it's gonna reduce populations, right? Just like just like a certain man, he said he wanted to happen, right? And the Georgia Guidestones, it's all there written for you to know. that's how these elites kind of are really operating. But yeah, they're gonna do just that. Right, the Lord is also with that, right? He's gonna reduce the population, with these plagues and pestilences and this death and destruction. War is gonna be a big proponent of people getting deleted off the planet and bringing down that. So all these things are they're for lack of a better word, combining, they're being combined together to create this outcome. That the Most High desires ultimately to bring judgment upon the earth, right? So yeah, so that's all I wanted from this. So I says this, these stories are funny. They just things just got missing, but we know what this is about, and we look forward to seeing what happens with this story going forward. Because like I said, all this bad news is good news for us, and it brings us closer to the time of the end. Okay, because we're in the midst of it right now, but we want to get to the end. You know what I'm saying? We want to get to the end of this. So all this is good signs. So yeah, we wait and watch and pray as usual. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom, and all praise and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Again, double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and shalom out there to the hopeful elect, man. Until next time, shalom.